in the I am Zoe Media. We're gonna get to it today. Share, like, subscribe, comment down below. I know y'all great white hope ain't get blown out today. I know my eyes are deceiving me. I know my eyes are deceiving me. I know that's not true. Cause I didn't see no memes on X. I didn't see no post on Instagram or TikTok. I didn't see no AI generated photos of her laying on the ground getting stuck. I didn't see none of that. I know ESPN got it wrong. I know League Pass got it wrong. I know she didn't get blown out today. But again, this stream isn't about her. Share, like, subscribe, comment down below. You coming in, hit the like button, keep me on the algorithm. But we gonna get to it today. I am covering the Aces game tonight, so we're gonna get into it for a little bit, and we're gonna live stream that as well. But I know. But again, this stream isn't about her. The stream isn't about her. But I know y'all great white hope didn't lose. Twitter got to be lying. League Pass got to be lying. I know my eye can't be deceiving me because I don't see no memes. I went on look and I do my fact checking. I went on X. I didn't nothing. Okay, maybe ESPN and League Pass got the score wrong. I went to Instagram. Went to Reels. Nothing. Uh, I even went to my inbox. Nobody sent me anything in my inbox. Nothing. I went on TikTok. I didn't see no reels. I didn't see nothing viral. I was like, I know my eyes not deceiving me. I know she didn't get blown out like that. Whew. But guess what? Again, I just wanted to make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me before we get to the real topic, which is Angel Reese has nothing to prove, and she's done enough in her rookie season to earn the respect of her peers, earn the respect of her teammates, and earn the respect of you ungrateful fans. Because a lot of y'all are ungrateful, and I feel she's earned the respect not only from her teammates, not only from her peers in the league, but from you ungrateful fans. And we gonna get into it because y'all shiesty and nothing good ain't in you. But again, welcome in. I am Zoe Media. Share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, comment, like the video after. But again, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trying to get to the point where Angel Reese. Hold on, I'm trying to set something up. Give me a second. I'm trying to get to the point where we feel like uh Angel Reese didn't have a a great, great, great all time rookie season. And I heard some people mad that she even got votes. Like I'm trying to figure out she got 12th place votes. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even think people understand like how voting actually works. When you get a 12th place vote, that doesn't mean somebody voted you MVP. Y'all stress me out with this, man. Y'all stress me out with this. But again, what does she have to prove to anyone? She had one of the best all-time great rookie seasons, and none of you can't prove me wrong that she didn't. She had one of the best all-time rookie seasons, and again, I didn't. Caitlyn Clark is exceptional. I didn't expect Angel Reese to win Rookie of the Year after the run that Caitlyn Clark was on, her team making the playoffs, having a middle of the pack seed in the playoff, and coming out of purgatory. I a lot of factors went into what catapulted her to a unanimous Rookie of the Year. Again, when we start critiquing players, when we start getting out of line with how we critique players, again, I say this time and time again. when you see someone on a TV screen playing an actual sport, there's no movie, there's no cut, there's no say this again, run this back, there's no green screen, there's none of that. These are actual human beings with actual families. Some of them have kids. Bullying, psychological damage is a real thing. And again, we get on these platforms and we don't acknowledge that enough, and it's kind of weird. We've got to a point, like, you ever see those weird movies when it's like 2020, it's like 2070, we like four in advance, and we the way they move, everything is robotic. We're teetering there. Like, look how we're teetering there. And again, we take competition, competitiveness, and turn it into, I can't like this person, so I have to be racist, I have to hate, I have to be discriminatory, I have to be all these things in order for me to say I don't like this person as much as I like this person. And it's very, very weird that we do that. And again, welcome in, share, like, subscribe. This is my new channel. Trying to get all my subscribers back. Like the video when you come in. That way I stay in the algorithm, because y'all gonna hit this gospel tonight, because we gonna get to it. Because again, we got a lot to get to, because I know my great white hope didn't lose tonight. ESPN is lying to me. They lying to me. They lying to me, because I went on all my platforms. I don't see no memes. I don't see none of the great white hope fans commenting. Where's the hate? And I'm serious when I say that. Where's the hate? I don't see it tonight, and I'm upset with y'all. Y'all don't keep the same energy. I'm not talking about numbers. Y'all don't keep the same energy, and it's very concerning that y'all don't keep the same energy. And welcome in those who coming in. What's that, Red? Look, Red, I knew you was gonna come. Hey, we get to it tonight, because we exposing all lies, we exposing all critics, we exposing ESPN and their agendas, we exposing Twitter and their agendas tonight. And they might block my channel after the night, because we go get to it, because I don't like what I'm seeing, and I know my eyes are lying to me, because I know she did not get blown out. I know ESPN told me she shot 4 for 17. They lying to me. Red, did that happen? Because nobody's saying it. I don't see a tweet. I don't see nobody blaming her. I don't see no. And Red, look, I expect that, but we own it tonight. How you shoot 4 for 17 in the playoffs? I need all of y'all LeBron haters. I need y'all to go pull up all y'all memes about LeBron when he was shooting bad in 11. I need y'all to bring them to the forefront. I need them all. Go in them archives, because we're not keeping the same energy. But over here, we're going to keep that energy, because a lot of y'all don't know basketball. Y'all pundits, and y'all follow ESPN agendas. Y'all use their talking points, and that's why I'm always cooking y'all. Every time I go on platforms, I be cooking all y'all. That's why I be cooking y'all right there. Because y'all don't actually know basketball. Y'all got Twitter fingers. Y'all don't know basketball. That's why a lot of y'all don't show y'all faces. Everybody who been following me since I got on this YouTube platform before they stole my other channel. Hey, this one, I'm at 7 subscribers in 4 days. So you know I be cooking that work. I'm at 7 subscribers in 4 days. So you know I be coming with that work. Again, I show my face over here, because my credentials is legit. I talk sports and I played it. My credentials are legit. But again, I know ESPN is lying to me. I know League Pass is lying to me. Dennis said, remember, defense and rebounding don't matter. Exactly. Because I'm trying to figure out. I need the means. I need all you LeBron haters, all you Angel Reese haters, to go pull out your memes. Go on AI, like, it got software now where you can take an old meme, put the picture in there, and type in what you want the picture to look like now. I need y'all to go type in CC. Matter of fact, just copy and paste it and all of your mean things and just put in CC. Because I need the energy because y'all false, y'all fake. And a lot of y'all don't really like the WNBA. Y'all following an individual and disrespecting everyone else. And that's not what basketball is. Like, there's literal people who are mad because Kelsey Mitchell got MVP votes. There's literally people who are mad because Angel Reese got a 12th place MVP vote. He led the league in rebounding as a rookie. What you thought was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? People act like this is what I don't understand for the life of me. I don't understand this for the life of me. People act like Angel Reese didn't have an all-time rookie season. She has nothing to prove to none of you haters. Because all of you are haters. He has nothing to prove to none of you. Again, I need to understand when being competitive is bad for sports. I need to understand when being a rebound assassin is bad for basketball. I thought on defense, like this is how I would start playing defense. I don't care if I locked an individual down and forced them to take a bad shot. If they got their own rebound or somebody else got the rebound, we had a bad defensive possession if we gave up an offensive rebound. See, this is what I don't understand. And I need y'all to keep y'all don't keep that same energy. So what I'm trying to figure out is, and welcome in those who coming in, share, like, subscribe, like the video. I can stay in the algorithm all night long. Again, put it in the chat. We're gonna get to it, and we gonna get to it. I'm trying to understand this. This is one of the weird things that I don't really understand. It's we what I don't understand is we all of a sudden decided that not rebounding was a good thing. We all of a sudden, I don't think people really understand. Let me break it down. There's individuals in the Hall of Fame for just playing defense and rebounding. So should we go take their Hall of Fame jackets? Should we recant all of their stats? There's literal WNBA, college, some of it got people in got their jersey retired in high school for leading all-time rebounding and defense. When did, and that's why I don't like this new era of basketball and all these new fans. When did playing defense and rebounding become a negative thing? I'm confused, and none of you can't prove me wrong. When did rebounding and playing defense become something that doesn't make you great? And again, Great White Hope got excuses. I thought she was a scorer. I didn't know she was Steve Nash and John Stockton. Y'all told me she was a scorer. ESPN, Twitter, X, whatever y'all want to call yourselves now, told me he was a scorer. But all of a sudden, the agenda changes to she makes everyone better because she passes the ball. Y'all told me, and I get she led the NCAA in assists. That's not what y'all marketed her as. Y'all told me she was the next Stephen Curry and could score like Kobe. That's what y'all told me. I haven't seen either. Y'all told me she was the next Stephen Curry and she could score like Kobe. Y'all didn't tell me she was Steve Nash. He in Canada. Y'all didn't tell me she was John Stockton. Y'all told me she was an assassin from behind the arc and she could score at all three levels like Kobe. Y'all told me she had great footwork, great tangibles, great scoring prowess. She was a dog. She was a shooting assassin. all of a sudden, and I hate that we let them change that narrative. We let them change the narrative that we and again, that's why platforms like mine, shout out HD, shout out Showtime, shout out Simply Ballin' Sports, shout out Cess, y'all go follow them. Because they told me when she was coming out of college, she had the range of Steph Curry and she had the 3 level scoring of Kobe Bryant. Y'all told me that. So I came into the season expecting that, but y'all changed the narrative. Y'all changed it to she's John Stockton. Y'all hate Angel Reese for the same thing you praise the great white hope for. Where's her adjustment? Where's her grace? Where's her level of respect for being competitive? Because y'all changed her narrative mid-season to fit y'all agenda. And I like that WNBA players from the beginning has said, hey, it's all the players, not just one. But one thing, while they were doing that, they forgot to do one thing. They forgot to say, don't change narratives, keep that energy. Don't, because y'all told ESPN said that, my bad, everyone. My bad, everyone. I had a cooking emergency. I was up in there whipping it up. Ate a bar from Louisiana. I'll be whipping it up. But Wood has, but again, and shout out y'all for coming in. Make sure y'all like the video so I can stay in the algorithm. Let me read some of these chats. Red said, right then it's those with championships. Red also said her shot ain't falling. She ball hogging. CC's a liability. Yep, they steady moving the goalposts. They saying on Twitter her shot percentage doesn't matter. She got assists. Oh, we're gonna get into that, but I want to rant about the other stuff. Shout out Red. Shout out Red. Shout out Red. But what I'm trying to figure out is because I don't want to move on because I want to really, I got like points that I want to get to, and I want to really get to where we stop nitpicking, changing agendas to fit narratives. And again, I I love that the WNBA women was down. B Will was down. I love that the WNBA women. Shout out B Will, man. Man, B Will, I gotta get you your wrench, man. Look, I keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting, man. I gotta get you your wrench. But again, I need to figure out how y'all need to start holding them. How you can't change agendas. Her scouting report was she was Stephen Curry with 3 score level scoring like Kobe Bryant. Y'all can't change the agenda to fit a narrative. And again, I appreciate the women in the WNBA coming out at the beginning of the season saying, hey, it's not just one person, it's the league. We helped build it too. She wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for us. And that's another thing. You LeBron haters, all you do is come out, and that's what again, I don't got a problem with who you like. I like LeBron, but I swear you will never hear me say anything negative about Michael Jordan because I'm an 80s baby and Michael Jordan was the best thing since sliced bread to me. But again, liking someone doesn't mean you disrespect someone else. You will never hear me say a bad word about Kobe Bryant because everybody say Kobe in class in 3rd grade. Everybody say Kobe when it was trying to take a last shot. Everybody want to take the last shot and be Kobe. If you feel Kobe more clutch than LeBron, that's your prerogative. If you got a stat to back it up, I'm not gonna argue with you. One thing about me, I'll never argue with someone about their point of view because it's their point of view and I'll never change it. And I think a lot of YouTube platforms have gotten away from that. You don't argue with somebody about their point of view, you respect it. And what I like to do is I like to take everything into account. You respect it, but now you gotta prove why. You can respect someone's opinion and still hold them accountable for proving why. Like that's a thing in sports. We've lost sight of how important it is to let opinions live without hate. An opinion is the makeup of who we are as human beings. So I'm confused. Am I not allowed to have an opinion if it doesn't fit your narrative? Is it hate if it doesn't fit your narrative? And again, when you think about the difference between CC's narratives and Angel Reese narratives, it has more to do with some narratives lead towards hate. Other narratives lead towards, oh, let's have grace. You see the difference in the opinions and the narratives? And again, an agenda is an agenda. If someone comes out with a script and says, hey, this is what we're going to do, that's an agenda. What you say about that agenda is an opinion, it's not a fact. Because the agenda is an opinion. So nothing you say behind that agenda is going to be fact. Nothing I say tonight on this live stream will probably be facts for a lot of people. But again, welcome in, share, like, subscribe. This is my new channel. I am Zoe Media. Look, the handsome boy is back. They was trying to, they say I look too good to be on YouTube. I was taking everybody's subscribers. Because the women, look, they want to see a pretty face. They don't want to see all the ugly dudes. But again, we gotta get back to reality when it comes to sports and differentiate actual human beings' lifestyles. Like, again, like I said in the beginning, there's no green screen. When you're watching a basketball, football game, whatever you're watching, there's no green screen. There's no director in the back saying cut. When they walk off the court, whatever you say about them, they take with them. Whatever, as fans in the stadium, whatever you tell them, they take that home with them. There's literally a thing called psychological abuse. And we've lost sight of that and turned it into fanmonium. No, no, no. We we got to get back to reality and what's necessary to progress the game. Because right now we're not playing basketball. And I think a lot of people that's gonna go over a lot of people's head that don't really understand what I'm saying and hasn't been around sports that long. We're not playing basketball right now. We are dividing the fan bases because of particular people versus I can like you, like someone else, and it be okay. It literally be okay. Again, we can't let a narrative change because of an agenda. The agenda is we gonna push this individual and we let the narrative change. We got to start holding them accountable. You can't change. Nobody noticed it because we were so busy. Again, nobody talks about it. Nobody notices it because we were so busy trying to fight off the Angel Reese hate that we didn't take into account what was happening right in front of us. They've been doing it forever. They've been doing it forever. Ever and ever. They changed the agenda in front of us and we ran with it without noticing it because they kept us occupied. It's called distract and react. They distracted us while they changed their narrative. Again, we gotta. Angel has nothing to prove. I'm confused at what did you want from her when a lot of you said she shouldn't have been the pick she was. So I'm trying to This is what Angel Reese wasn't the number one pick, dummies. Angel Reese wasn't even the first pick on her team, dummies. Don't y'all know Angel Reese won a championship in college? Don't y'all know Angel Reese won a championship in high school? He's a winner. I'm confused that when winning became an afterthought to being able to just shoot the ball. When did we switch the point of sports? When I played sports, what do we practice for? What is there a coach for? What is there a GM for? What are teammates for? Teammates are there to help you win. When did winning stop becoming the most important thing? When did likability become more important than the winner? I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. Again, and I get it. I get the YouTube people. I'll tell you how this works. Those who don't have channels, when you find someone to hate on, your channel blows up a little more because there's more hate in the technology phase of life than there is love. I People hate people before they love them, and it's weird, concerning, and some of you need to be checked out. When I was watching this, and again, it's so confusing, and like y'all narratives be everywhere. Again, when did being a winner? When did the motor to be competitive? When did the ability to rebound, play defense, support your team become a negative theme? I'm confused. And that's why a lot of you, I be getting you out of here. That's why a lot of you can't talk sports with me. That's why a lot of you actually can't talk life with me. There's a lot. Again, B. Will said when the narrative switched. Look, B. Wood, the narrative switched. Probably like a week before the All-Star break, when they realized her points per game wasn't gonna go up. It switched to John Stockton. It switched to look at her assists. Don't worry about her turnovers. They're not catching the ball. And this is what I don't understand. This what I don't understand. This what I don't understand. They told me. They told me that her teammates were the reason she wasn't winning. They told me her teammates couldn't catch the ball. Now, all of a sudden, once her assists went up and they started winning, the narrative became she makes everyone better. Make that make sense. Y'all told me her teammates weren't good and they couldn't catch the ball. That's why she had turnovers. But once they start winning, she make her teammates better. They didn't get better. They weren't better and she had to catch up to the game. No, she just made them better basketball players. That's what y'all told me. Y'all told me she made them better basketball players. And again, I like Caitlyn Clark's game. So it's weird that I'm having to have this conversation because now it comes off as I don't like Caitlyn Clark. And you see how how the narratives make you talk? I like her offensive game. I was a point guard. I like her offensive game. I'm not saying she can't play offense. I'm saying that the narrative coming out of college was one thing. We switched the narrative to she's Steve Nash, John Stockton, when y'all told me she was Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry. At the same time, y'all switched the narrative to the type of player she is, because our scouting report didn't say that. None of her scouting reports say that. And I don't care about her leading the NCAA in assists. That's not what y'all told me. I'm going off of what y'all told me, not what she did. Because that's what this whole conversation is about. Because y'all telling people on Twitter, Angel Reese isn't a winner. Y'all telling people on Instagram, Angel Reese looks like the cartoon from Ice Age. So I'm going off of what y'all tell me, not what they doing. That's what this whole y'all told me that she was Kobe Bryant, 3-level scorer. Y'all told me she could stretch the floor like Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry shoots 40 from 3. Kobe Bryant actually has a mid-range game. Caitlyn Clark does not have a mid-range game, and none of you can't prove me wrong because I've already broke it down. None of you can prove me wrong. Kobe Bryant didn't need the ball to score. And don't say she doesn't have someone to pass her the ball because she does. She just doesn't know how to move without the ball as a three-level scorer. Her best offensive movement without the ball is coming off a pin down, pop to the top of the key, and floating left for a three-pointer. That's how she gets her shots off the ball. She literally does the same thing over and over again. And I told y'all once, once, yeah, it began. Be Will, I agree. I agree. B will say nope. If she had a mid-range game, she wouldn't have so many turnovers because a lot of her turnovers come from they force her inside the perimeter, and now she's trying to force it to the bigs down low because she can't shoot an elbow shot. Again, I gotta do this. I gotta critique her game because the lack of respect y'all have for Angel Reese. Now I gotta go critique a game that I'm actually fond of. I was a scoring point guard. I get it. I like her game, but I gotta critique it because of y'all disrespect for Angel Reese. Because I want to make see this whole segment is about making y'all look foolish about y'all talking points. That's all this is about. I want to make y'all look foolish about y'all talking points because I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones. Anybody will tell you I'm one of them ones. And again, if she had a mid range that she can actually shoot an elbow shot, she wouldn't have all those turnovers trying to force it to the bigs because she gets in trouble. Every time she pays I want you to go look at something. I don't even want to break this down. Go watch every game the Great White Hope plays. When she gets inside of the paint, watch she pick the ball up. She'll pick the ball, literally pick the ball up. He'll literally pick the ball up. And tonight, they watch film. They must have been watching me because stuff that I've been talking about with her, it showed tonight. And it wasn't that she just shot bad. And again, I keep hearing stories. Was that Daily Dose? That's my girl, man. That's my girl, man. What's him? But again, hey, share, like, subscribe. We getting into it tonight. I appreciate y'all turning up, turning in. I know y'all watching that garbage Sunday night game. But hey, we here to get this gospel. We here to get this word. We here to get these narratives correct. Because what I want to do is this is everybody that's watching. This is my goal tonight. In order for us to even the odds, we have to educate ourselves on how to have talking points to destroy their narratives. So tonight, I'm really here to educate y'all on talking points. Y'all can go use on other platforms, on Twitter when you want to go back at them, when you want to make your own streams. I'm here to educate you on talking points. Y'all can use to kill a narrative because I'm one of them ones. And when you're one of them ones, you're here to educate. That's my job at the end of the day. When I end these streams, if y'all leave with a little bit more knowledge, I won. It ain't about the subscribers. It ain't about the comments. It ain't about none of that. My goal is to just educate y'all, bringing y'all back to reality of basketball in the conversation that we've lost. Because y'all told me, again, y'all told me Michael Jordan is better than LeBron because he won. I will say that again. Y'all told me Michael Jordan was better than LeBron because he won. He won. He was competitive. LeBron ain't competitive. He don't got no killer instinct. He don't got no killer instinct. I can pull up footage, and this is I'm about to give y'all another talking point that y'all can win with. I can pull up footage of every time she's in a close game, she fails. I got footage. I got footage. She shoots horrible. She turns the ball over and she disappears. I have footage. I have years and years of footage. Some of you just started watching her when she got into it with Angel Reese. I've been watching women's college basketball for a minute. I remember her. I remember their whole rookie class coming out of high school. I remember their whole rookie class. I remember her being ranked fourth behind Paige, behind Cameron Brink, behind Angel Reese. I remember all of that. I remember that. So again, I'm here to educate y'all so y'all got talking points when they bring her up and how good she is. Tell them they can't use the LeBron Jordan winning narrative if there's someone who ranks an individual who doesn't win over an individual who actually wins. And let me educate you. Making the playoffs doesn't mean you won more than someone. Winning is holding the trophy, because that's what y'all told me. Y'all told me LeBron's playoff wins don't matter because when the game's on the line, he doesn't show up. That's what y'all told me. That's what y'all told me. Y'all told me. Again, I'm educating y'all. Hey, take these talking points now. Hey, because I'm one of them ones. Tell them come see me. And tell them come see me and we can have a casual conversation. Tell them come see me because I'm one of them ones. But y'all told me that her abilities were more important than someone else's competitiveness and winning. But then y'all flip the narrative when you bring it to a different sport. So in another sport, winning matters. But when you want to push your agendas, and I'm talking to you, ESPN, when you want to push your agendas, winning doesn't matter. Likability, it matters. I'm just the messenger. Y'all told me winning matters, but when you want to push your agendas and your narratives, likability matters more. I'm just here to educate y'all. Again, these are talking points that you can hurt them with. See me, that's why I don't debate because it's too easy. This is why you'll never see me debate. You'll hear me have a conversation, but when it starts getting debated, I get quiet because it's too easy. Because a lot of people talk themselves out of debates and don't realize it. Now they can be, you'll get some that can be petty and try to change the narrative and make you look foolish. But no, you just get quiet and let them talk themselves into a hole, and eventually the truth shall show itself. Because at the end of the day, you have to prove and back up what you're saying. You again, I need y'all to understand. Angel Reese was not the number one pick. Y'all said she shouldn't even been the pick she was. Y'all told me she wouldn't adjust to the WNBA. They were just too big for her. They were just too fast for her. She wasn't skillful enough. Y'all told me these things. Now y'all trying to recant it. Y'all told me these things. I didn't say these things. I didn't make them up. I watched y'all shows. I've been on y'all YouTubes. People have sent me comments. I've seen them on X and Instagram and TikTok myself. Y'all told me she wouldn't be great in the WNBA. That's what y'all told me. Y'all didn't tell me she wouldn't win. Y'all told me she wouldn't be great. It's a difference. Now y'all trying to say she's not a winner. Y'all told me she wouldn't make it. You can't change the narrative midway in an argument. Y'all told me she wouldn't make it. Y'all didn't tell me nothing about she wouldn't win. Y'all told me she wouldn't make it as a talent, as an individual talent. Y'all told me she wouldn't be good. The moment she proved y'all wrong, y'all tried to switch the narrative mid-argument. Y'all told me she wouldn't make it. Y'all told me she wouldn't start. Y'all told me she would come off the bench and she wouldn't do anything. Y'all told me the WNBA was too big for her. When she proved y'all wrong, y'all went to the narrative of winning. When she proved y'all wrong, y'all went to the narrative of winning, and a lot of us let y'all get away with it. But enough is enough. Look, next season, I'm on one from game one. Next season, I need y'all to subscribe to me now, because next season, I'm on their platforms, and I need y'all in the comments. Next season, I'm gonna show y'all I'm one of them ones. Those who know who've been around know I'm one of them ones, and I'm gonna prove it. Next season, in my spare time, I'm gonna try to limit going on Angel Reese supporters platform and taking more of my time going on the haters platforms, because I'm one of them ones, and a lot of them can't talk with me, because when you talk to me with bias, you'll lose every time, because you got blinders on when you're biased. And don't talk eye test, because the eyes see what they want to see. The eyes see what the mind tells it. You can see someone robbing the bank right in front of you and don't even notice it, because your mind doesn't want to see it. So people started using that. Let me tell you, when that eye test stuff started, they didn't use that back in the day. That eye test stuff started when the LeBron Jordan debate started. People started talking about the eye test because they couldn't pull up old footage. So they started talking about the eye test. And old school dudes started that nonsense. And a lot of you new school dudes that actually never even watched Michael Jordan, y'all just started running with that narrative. Eye test is bias. Google it. Eye test sees what the mind wants. Some of y'all wives cheating right in front of you and you don't even see it. And you're gonna tell me about the eye test with Michael Jordan. See, that's what I'm one of them ones. Y'all can't talk to me. Because guess what? A lot of people ain't educated on life, and some opposite. Some just educated on sports and not educated on life. But when you educated on both of them and you can combine the two, see how I just combined them? I talked about y'all real life experiences and took it into the sports realm without being disrespectful. I just literally just made sense. That's why I'm one of them ones. So next season, I'm holding myself accountable and responsible. I will be on their platforms. I will be on their platforms all next season, because in order to destroy narratives, you have to show up for them. In order to destroy agendas, you have to be present for them. You can't be in the background hoping they disappear, because they'll just get louder. And then at one point, ain't nothing you can do about it. Because at the end of the day, Angel Reese is a human being. Caitlyn Clark is a human being. Every WNBA player is a human being. Cooper is a human being. And what we've done with her is totally disrespectful. And I can't believe y'all letting people get away with it. This lady is a champion 3 times over. MVP. Multiple. Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, all of them, that's just like Kobe Bryant fans, Michael Jordan fans, or LeBron James fans disrespecting Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. Think about how silly that sounds. Y'all, that know her fans aren't actual WNBA or just sports fans, because letting her do that is literally like letting a LeBron, Jordan, or Kobe fan disrespect Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, those who helped build the game. Those 3 players might have catapulted it, but those players I mentioned built the game. Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Lauren Jackson, Lobos. They built what you see. Lisa Left, they built it. And now their opinions y'all let them take their opinions and turn it into hate. They're not allowed to have an opinion. She do, but I think B Will said B Will said Swoops be hating low key, standing 10 toes down for nothing. Hey, she do be out there 10 toes down, but at the end of the day, B Will, it's like you have an opinion about Michigan State. And people who like the quarterback in Michigan State coming out saying you're hating when you played at Michigan. Right? You know the culture. So I think that's why she's 10 toes down, and it might not seem for nothing, but again, she helped build the game. She was one of them ones. And we let casual fans, and I'm gonna give y'all the honest truth. I think most of her fans wear a suit and tie every day and sit in the office and never watch the basketball bounce the floor before they met Caitlyn Clark. And we let them get away with opinions that they don't even have experience with. Ask them what a pin down. I will never debate someone. Listen to me. I will never debate someone who doesn't know what a pin down screen is. I will never debate someone who doesn't know what a bump cut is. I will never debate someone that can't point out a top of the key break. It makes no sense. I will never debate someone like that ever in my life. I'm one of them ones, and you'll never hear me debate anyone because I'm one of them ones. And over time, if nobody tries to steal this channel, I'm gonna get back up there in the algorithm because whoever stole my channel, they see me coming. Again, I need y'all to realize when people try to take your channels, they see you as one of them ones. Because if I was just another casual out here trying to start a channel and try to just meet people, they wouldn't care about what I gotta say. But when people want to try to take your channel and make you have to start a new one, that lets you know you one of them ones. And I will not let those CC fans win today. I will not let them win today. Again, when did being competitive, when did being a winner become more ineffective than just being able to put the ball in the basket? I'm trying to figure out. See, when I go on their platforms next year, my first conversation is really going to start with, why do you like Michael Jordan? Why do you like Kobe Bryant? Why do you like LeBron James? Why you like Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell? Why do you like Magic Johnson? See, that's why a lot of people can't talk with me. Because I'm going to put them in a corner. Because I'm one of them ones. You can't not like Angel Reese when all she's done her whole life is win. But then when you want to prove your point on the other side of the coin, you want to bring up winning. You can't have the argument both ways, and that's how I be putting them in that corner. I'll let you talk for 5 minutes uninterrupted just to say one thing for 3 seconds. Why do you like Michael Jordan? And that'll care everything you just said. It'll literally destroy everything you just said. Because I need to know. And that's what I'm trying to say, Brooklyn. Shout out to my boy Brooklyn, man. Shout out to my boy Brooklyn, man. And we gotta get on that 2K one day, man. Look, I actually ain't played 2K since, man, it's been a minute. Look, I gotta get on there. I'll be seeing your live stream, and I gotta get my 2K back up. But I need to understand why. When did the narrative change? See, the narrative was Angel Reese is too small to rebound. Voila. The narrative was Angel Reese will come off the bench. Voila. See, I'm one of them ones. Watch me work. The narrative was, what's that? I'm simply balling. What's that? Man, y'all go follow Simply Balling. Hey, I'm up here giving them dreams. Again, watch me work. I'm one of them ones. Hey, look, when they try to take your channel, you one of them ones. They ain't gonna try to take your channel if you not. If I was just somebody that just look, that's why next year I'm dedicating next season to Angel Reese. I'm on their channels. I'm gonna spend less time on the supporters and more time on the haters channels because I want to show their fans they clueless. That's my agenda next year. That's how you destroy hate. I want to show their fans that they clueless. That's how you destroy hate. You don't destroy hate by just sitting in the background or doing your own. No, you bring it to them. You bring it to them because they're gonna always have their narrative. You have to destroy it. And the more of us that, and again, anybody who know me, I'll create talking points that all of y'all can use because I make them simple and I make them realistic where you can remember and repeat them. That's why I'm one of them ones. That's why people come pull up. That's why my chat be buzzing. Because I'm one of them ones. Subscribers don't mean nothing to me. Look at this. Subscribers don't mean nothing to me. Look, I'm on the road to 100 in 4 days. This channel been up 4 days. Subscribers don't mean nothing to me. Views don't mean nothing to me. None of that. None of that means nothing to me. I was one of them ones in real life. So none of that means nothing to me. Again, you can't take, and I'm gonna have to go check that out simply, bro. They say Brooklyn I heard them on my live tonight. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Look, you can't, and Brooklyn, that's how I be getting them. Yeah, facts over feelings. Again, those who come in and share, like, subscribe. I am Zoe Media. This is my new channel. They tried to take the other one. Hey, look, in my Angel Reese video I did on my other channel was doing numbers. I was almost at 3K. It was doing numbers. I woke up one morning and YouTube said somebody tried to hack your channel. We gotta figure out what's going on, and I'm not about to wait 30 days to figure it out. I'm gonna just start a new one. Man. So that's why I'm here today. Those who are tuning in, I'm really one of them ones. I am Zoe. I'm not just a pretty face. I'm one of them ones. So share, like, subscribe, comment down below, come in the chat. I'm gonna open it up in a little bit once I get through my soliloquy, because I'm trying to give y'all some talking points so y'all go to those other channels. I'm trying to give y'all some talking points. Shout out Simply Ballin', shout out Brooklyn, shout out B Will, shout out Daily Dose. Y'all go follow all these channels. They got good content. We all kind of speak the same language in different forms, though. And again, that's the ironic thing. Everybody channel I just shouted out, we all speak the same language in different forms, and there's no hate involved. We can shout out my boy HD. He don't even like LeBron, but guess what? I respect his opinion. I don't have to dislike someone for them to have an opinion. And again, my job is to educate. That's what I do. Those who've been around a long time on my other channel, my job is to educate. I don't move in hate. You can Google me. All I do is help out my community. There's kids in college right now on free scholarships because of me. All I do is move. Those who know me back home know. All I do is give back. I don't move in hate. I move in realistic knowledge. And again, y'all I'm about to show y'all how brainwashed some of y'all are. And some of y'all might be in my chat. Y'all follow channels that hate LeBron James because Michael Jordan wins more. Listen to that again. I'm speaking gospel. This is gospel. Y'all follow some channels because y'all hate LeBron James because Jordan won more. But yet, and again, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with them having a channel. I have no problem with them because I don't move in hate. I don't have to hate you to disagree. I don't have to disrespect you to disagree. Again, shout out to those who coming in. Share, like, subscribe, comment down below. You already know what it is. Tap the like button so I can stay in the algorithm because we cooking tonight. We cooking with that Louisiana fish grease all. We cooking. I got that Crisco. I had it in the ice box for 3 weeks. I got that Crisco, so y'all know it's coming in fresh. Again, this is how you kill their narratives. Some of y'all follow channels that don't like LeBron because y'all say Jordan win more and LeBron isn't clutch. But yet, CC doesn't win more than Angel Reese, dummies. Contrary to popular belief, and I do mean popular, she doesn't win more, dummy. It's proven since high school she doesn't. It's proven since high school she isn't clutch. It's proven. The same unclutchness y'all give, to LeBron, She's kind of in the same realm. But yet, y'all choose to ignore it because you like her more. That's why they let eye test you. That's why they let old school eye test some of them old school dudes be using. That's where it comes into play. You see, and you see how they was full circle with that eye test? You see how they was full circle? Y'all eye test sees what it wants to see. It's bias. Again, somebody could be doing something in front of you and you not see it because your mind chooses for you not to see it. So again, see, y'all gonna start paying for this. Y'all gonna start paying for this. Look, it's different over here. Look, y'all gonna start paying for this sooner or later. But again, my conversation is always revolved around helping those who are in the chat, who are live right now, who gonna watch this later. My conversation is always so you have talking points to destroy narratives that are built on lies, that are built on racism and discrimination. That's how I talk. That's how I speak. That's why I talk with simplicity so you can take this knowledge and just continue to spread it throughout all these little Twitter fingers, because a lot of them just have Twitter fingers. They actually aren't smart because let me tell you what some people do. They say something not realizing they're doing the polar opposite, and sometimes we're too blinded by what they're saying to see it. But I will never be blinded. I'm too smart for that. I will never be blinded. I'm too smart for that. Those who see me on other platforms know I'm too smart for that. I don't go with the get along. I'll go on. Brooklyn will tell you. I will go on the channel right now. I will go on somebody's channel right now and go against the whole panel. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm confident in what I gotta say. I will go against the whole panel. I don't care what they're talking about. You can't tell me. It's my opinion. You getting loud, you saying some big word doesn't change my opinion. And again, we here to educate each other. Again, when has winning not become the most important thing? When has separating what you see on TV versus people's personal lives not become the main objective? When has that not become the main objective? Because there are streams where people say what Angel Reese does outside of basketball and they equated what she does on the court. And again, this is not a Michael Jordan hate stream. Michael Jordan was the best thing from sliced bread when I was growing up. I would at least leave because of him. I wore number 23 playing bitty basketball because of him, not because of LeBron. LeBron wasn't even in the league yet. I was in ninth grade when LeBron got in the NBA. It was because of Jordan. So don't again. I still like Jordan. My opinion of Jordan hasn't changed just because I like LeBron more. You get where I'm going with that? Our opinion, you Angel Reese haters, your opinion of Angel Reese shouldn't change because you like Caitlyn Clark more. You get what I'm going there with that? Hey, I'm speaking. That's that gospel. I'm gonna say it again. My opinion of Michael Jordan never changed because I like LeBron more. When that new cereal come out, you still eat that old one when that new one ain't available. Do you throw it away? No. How many of you? Some of you be hating, then you go back to your exes. You go back to your exes that done you wrong. See again. That's why I'm one of them ones. I'm knowledgeable enough on life and basketball. Some people are only knowledgeable on basketball and they got fan heads behind them and they always think they smart. That's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like going on channels where some people got fanboys where they say stuff and think it's the gospel or the truth. No, it's not, because half of them slow. That's why I'm selective on channels I go on. Again, what Chelsea at B Will? What Chelsea stats is right now, man? What Chelsea stats is right now, man? Brooklyn said, like my brother K Sap said, you have to keep the main thing. The main thing is winning is the main thing. Hey, Brooklyn, K Sap right. When I was growing up, they told me winning was the objective. They didn't tell me just making it to a certain point. They told me winning was the objective. They told me if you don't hold that trophy at the end of the year, nothing you did mattered. That's what I was told. That's what the LeBron hate channel say. He didn't win. Like some people don't even have him in the top 5 because they say he got a losing record in the finals. Make that make sense. I'm, I'm just here. I'm just yeah. Look, I'm just here to educate y'all. Because at the end of the day, that's what we here to do. We here to educate. We here to make sure y'all get the truth so y'all can go back on their channels, sound a little smarter, have a little more talking points, get a little more narratives, eliminate a little more hate, and go from there. But at the end of the day, if you do it the right way, you go to sleep at night knowing you spoke your truth and you just live with it. And I guarantee you, they'll respect you a little more because you don't sound like them. A lot of you sound, a lot of you haters sound just like the next hater. They don't respect you. They just keep you around because you help push their narrative. They don't, you put them on a lot of, they don't respect you. Again, a bully doesn't respect the little dudes that follow him around school. He just keeps them around because he helps him do his, makes his job easier. He holds them down while he punches them. They hold him down while he still lay money out their pockets. He just makes their job easier. That's what a lot of these big platforms that hate, they don't respect y'all. They just keep y'all around because y'all help push their narratives and make their job easier so they don't have to do twice as much work. Because when you hate, you got to do twice as much work as talking good. Like I don't got to come on here. One thing you'll see by my channel, I don't got to come on here and say the same thing over and over again every stream because I don't push hate. I don't push bullying. Remember that, YouTube. I don't do none of that. I don't push bullying. I don't push hate. So don't try to take my channel. Again, you can't hate and just do it once because it falls on deaf ears when it isn't consistent. When hate isn't consistent, it doesn't live. It's like a parasite. If it's not feeding on something, it doesn't live. So a lot of you aren't even respected in the YouTube circles. Your subscribers don't mean nothing. You can post 1,000 videos and talk about nothing and have 400 subscribers. You can post 1,000 videos and never say a word in no video and have 400 subscribers because it's easier to just click on the subscribe button. Some people subscribe to people's channel don't even know what they're talking about. Just passing by and just subscribe. So stop letting people with subscribers fool y'all of thinking everything they say is gospel. No, it's not. That's why I be boxing them up. That's why I be boxing them up. I'll be boxing them up. Again, B. Will said Chelsea got 9 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. Man, Chelsea cooking, man. Chelsea cooking, man. Chelsea cooking, man. Hey, K-Sap. Hey, Brooklyn. I know my eyes not lying to me. I know my eyes not lying to me. ESPN is lying. League Pass is lying. I know Great White Hope did not shoot 4 for 17. They lying to me. They told me she was a 4 level. They told me she was an 18 level scorer. They ain't a shot on the floor she can't make. There ain't a space on the floor she can't shoot from. There ain't a space on the floor she can't get to. Again, this isn't. Again, let me preface this with I like CC's game on offense. I don't like how we get to change the narrative to disrespect someone else. I don't like how we get to pick and choose what's important for one and not important for the other. We pick and choose what we want to count as important. Again, that's where that eye test little mental thing comes in. You can't choose and you can't keep switching narratives. Keep your narrative and stick to it. I respect those people more. I respect people who had a narrative about Angel Reese and are still sticking to it versus the people who had a narrative, it didn't make sense to prove their point, and now they want to switch the narrative. Yo, because y'all told me she wouldn't be able to rebound like she did in LSU because she's undersized and she doesn't jump off the floor. That's what y'all told me. That's what y'all told me. Y'all told me you got to. Hey, I know you lying, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I know you lying. I know you lying. That's a mistype. I know you lying. Again, y'all told me Angel Reese would not be a starter. Y'all told me. Y'all told me Cardosa, Cameron Brink, Aaliyah Boston, Aaliyah Edwards were better than Angel Reese. Y'all told me this. And don't give me Cameron Brink was hurt because the best availability is availability. The best ability is availability. There's a lot of people in NBA and WNBA history that have been injured, and we don't put them on that same level. So we can't, again, y'all about to pick and choose. Y'all about to say Cameron Brink was hurt, but y'all don't do it with the rest. See, I'm one of them ones. You see how I made the narrative for you, so now you can't use it? A lot of channels don't do that. I literally help you create a narrative, and now you can't use it. That's why I'm one of them ones. Because you about to say she was hurt. You about to talk about her impact on defense before she got injured. What happened to consistency? Y'all told me consistency matters. Y'all told me Angel Reese wouldn't be consistent. Y'all told me when she was getting 20 rebound games, don't make me go pull the articles. Don't make me go pull some of y'all YouTubes. Y'all told me she wouldn't be able to keep it up. Y'all told me Angel Reese would never score 20 points in a WNBA game. There was analysts, there were scouts that said that. There were analysts and scouts who y'all give high praise to that never dribbled a basketball that said that. Again, ex-basketball players like me, we got YouTube because we taking back our platforms. We get tired of y'all speaking for us. Y'all never been in those trenches. Y'all can't tell us about no pressure. What pressure? How you going? That's what I don't like. How you gonna tell a basketball player that you've never been what to do in a tight situation that you've never been in? You go do it. You go do it. Again, y'all told me. Hey, Brooklyn. Hey, I told you. 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 Brooklyn, tell me if I'm lying. People on other channels, when I was on other channels, told me that she could carry that into the playoffs. I literally said verbatim. I gotta go find those clips. I said a player like Caitlyn Clark, you can't plan for them in a regular season because when you're going through a regular season, you don't just plan for one individual. You plan for the team because you don't have that much time to prepare. But when you know who you're playing and you got time to sit back, actually watch film, and actually decide how to actually guard them. In the regular season, you're trying to win games with an S on it. So you're playing to get better as a team. When you're in the playoffs, those who never played basketball, never been in a film room, never watched film, never wrote down how you're going to do something, never took notes, never got with your defensive offensive coordinator and decided what set you're going to run, never studied someone, never watched 10,000 hours of film. Those people, I'm talking to you. When you have to win one singular game, you are able to sit down, watch 1,000 hours of film, and decide how you're going to guard someone. In the regular season, you're guarding the team. In the regular season, you're guarding the team, not a player. Think about this. Look at how players guard LeBron in the regular season, and look at how teams guard LeBron in the playoffs. It's levels to this. I'm educating y'all. So when y'all go on those platforms, y'all make sure y'all kind of reverberate this, regurgitate this. I'm educating y'all. In the regular season, basketball players who actually play basketball, we don't prepare for games to stop an individual. We're trying to beat the team because we got multiple games. We're not just sitting around watching 1,000 hours of film on one person. That's not how that actually works. And then you don't want to give everything away anyway. So that's not how that actually works. Because you, especially if you're in the same conference and you might end up playing them. And in the WNBA, the way the rosters are set up, the limited amount of teams, you really don't want to get anything away in the regular season. Because first of all, it's too short. You game plan for an individual in the playoffs. You figure out what beats them. What beats them is forcing her to shoot and eliminating her passing. That's what beats them. Because want me to tell you what happens? I watch teams, and I really want to do a breakdown on how teams guard her wrong. In the regular season, I watch games where a team will guard her correctly. In the moment she makes one shot, they switch up how they're guarding her. No, don't let that one shot switch up what you're doing. You're up. Don't switch it. Don't start trying to double her. No, turn her into this scorer y'all say she is, and let's see how she wins. And that's what they did tonight. They turned her into the scorer y'all told me she was. They turned her into the shooter y'all told me she was. You take all the shots and let's see if you win. And what was the outcome? What was the outcome? But see, that doesn't fit narratives. That doesn't create hate. You don't see me over here saying Caitlyn Clark is garbage. If this was Angel Reese tonight, you will see multiple screams saying, "How is she in the WNBA? She shouldn't be on the roster. She's bad for the team. Camilla can't be great while she's around." You'll see it. You'll see it. Over here, you won't hear that though. You'll hear me say they guarded her the correct way because of how good she is at a certain thing, and force her to do something else that she's uncomfortable with and hasn't caught up to yet. You see the difference in how I talk basketball about how I critique versus some of you haters that be critiquing on channels? Learn a thing or two. Learn something. We over here to educate y'all. Learn something. Learn something. We over here to educate y'all. You learn something. I know that's what happened. I already, because again, I already know because I was in those trenches. A lot of them went in those trenches. I was in those trenches. I watched 1,000 hours of films on how to guard somebody. Again, I need us to get back to basketball and away from all the negativity. Let's love the game. What I really be trying to figure out is how does Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky affect you if that's not your team? How does that make you so angry? How does that make you so angry that you go create channels? You go create memes. You talk about her personal life. You disrespect her. How does anything doing with the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese make you that angry? Again, I want to educate y'all on what happens. To start a channel, you have to like do verifications. You have to find you a name. You got to create the links. You got to post the videos. Again, you don't just wake up, click a button, and the channel upload. That's not how that works. Individuals literally take time out of their daily lives that they claim is so important. They got so much to do. They these business owners. They making money. Okay. Okay. Actually, what the LLC is called. I bet you won't find it. Again, you you take time out your daily life to hate on someone you don't know, and that's one thing a lot of people aren't getting the point across. Y'all don't even know these people. Y'all don't even know Caitlyn Clark. Y'all don't even know Caitlyn Clark wouldn't call AAA to help you put air in your tie. But you'll go out your way, out your daily life revolved around people that actually love you, kids, wives, husbands, whoever you are, to hate on someone for someone that you don't know. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. You What's going on, Miss Thomas? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome in. Again, those who coming in, share, like, subscribe. We speak that gospel over here. We educate over here. Hey, we this year, the rest of this year, we going on other channels and we turning up because we getting educated. Again, they tried to block my channel, but hey, God got a bigger plan for me. God got a bigger crazy thing. I'm gonna give y'all an inside story. So I do have a busy life. I am a business owner. I do got stuff. So I'm gonna give y'all a story. um I was actually not even about to create another channel. I was like, you know what? My people respect me enough and my voice is big enough and my knowledge is knowledgeable enough. I'm gonna just go on other people's platforms and speak, right? But that's how defeated I was when they, hacked my channel. But I was like, you know what? I gotta get back. I gotta get back in there. And that's why I'm here again. That's why y'all getting this gospel. Like I gotta get back in there. The streets need individuals like me. And I ain't nothing special. I'm I'm not even saying I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm not saying I know the most about sports. There's people out there who know way more than me. I'm just saying that I'm one of them ones. And when you one of them ones, the streets know. When you one of them ones, again, I'm not even saying my channel will ever be the best. I'm not saying I'll ever know the most about sports, basketball. Even though I was a point guard, I'm not even saying I'll know the most about just being a point guard. I'm not saying I'll know the most about teams. I'm not saying I'll know the most about eye test. None of that. I'm not saying I'll be the last person to ever give you knowledgeable information. All I'm saying is over here, you're going to get that gospel and you're going to learn something. A lot of you go to channels and don't learn nothing. You just hear people just talking. Over here, I I got a higher standard for just my individual self. That over here, you're gonna actually learn something. You know how many platforms I've been on where, and this is how I know it's true. People will send me clips on Instagram. And again, guess what I write? I'm gonna tell you what I write back to them after I tell you this. People send me clips on Instagram of people using my talking points, saying they'll be like, Prince or Zoe. Some people call me Zoe, some people call me Prince. They'll be like, Prince or Zoe, watch this. I'll watch it, and guess what I do? I smile, and guess what I write back to them? That's the point of why I have a channel. I don't care that they're using my talking points to make themselves sound smarter. That's my whole agenda. My agenda is not to get on here and hate. My agenda is to get on here, talk about the game I grew up loving, talk about the game that changed my life, talk about things that I know are fact to me, and educate those around me to build a better sports platform for others, to build a better talking points for others. Anybody will tell you. Some of you probably in the chat. When you email me on Instagram, what do I write back? That's the point of why I do what I do. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about them for using my talking point. That's literally why I do it. I have no hate in my heart. That's literally why I do it. Literally. So you don't gotta send me no Instagram posts about people using my talking points. I'm saying it right now. It's literally why I do it. I don't do it just so you can just hear me talk. Of course, anybody can come on here and talk all day, but you'll never just hear me ramble on without making sense. Sometimes it'll be like, man, he's long-winded. Where is he going with this? And at the end, you'll see my point. You see how a lot of things I've already said kind of like came back? Because again, those who are long-winded, they do go on tangents. But if you're patient enough, and those who actually want to be knowledgeable are very patient. You have to be patient to learn something. You don't just go to class one day and learn everything. No, you got to go back. You got to take notes. You got to reread. You got to rewrite. You got to rethink it. You got to do your thesis. You got to come to a conclusion, a synopsis, and you got to understand the impact. When you're patient, you learn something. And those who are been watching this channel since I got on here today. We've been on here an hour, almost an hour and a half, and y'all still coming in. Y'all still pouring in. Y'all still in the comments going crazy. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is why we do this. This is why we do this. It's 10 o'clock. The Aces are playing, but y'all over here getting that gospel. Look, you can watch the Aces game on mute and get this gospel at the same time. Them commentators ain't talking about nothing. Them commentators, you can watch the Aces game and still get this gospel. They ain't talking about nothing over there. They ain't talking about nothing over there. Again, you have to, you have to be able to. Hey, Daily Dose, did you have a wrench on my last channel? I couldn't remember. I know I got to get B Will his wrench. I couldn't remember who all had a wrench on my last channel. So if you had a wrench on my last channel, put it in the chat. Let me know. I'm gonna get you your wrench after this stream right here. So if you did have a wrench on my last channel, let me know if you did have one. I got you, B Will. I was just look, I was cooking as soon as I got off the other one, so I wasn't able to get to it. But B Will, I got you with your wrench when I get off of here. And Alicia, I don't think Alicia. Let me see if Alicia's on here. If Alicia, if you're on here, let me know so I can get you your wrench. I know you had one, and I know Jada Don had one too. So uh, a couple people had a wrench. I don't remember all y'all. So even if you're watching this stream after, anybody who had a wrench, put it in the comment section. Hey, I had a wrench. And I'm gonna get it to you after the stream or whatever like that. Or write it in the chat. Let me know. But again, we have to. There's three things we learned today, and we have to take back the narrative with good talking points. Because again, I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Stop going to. Shout out Gina. Gina said exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what exactly. I listen to you guys while the game is on, and I'll move the TV because they don't be talking about nothing. They don't be talking about nothing, Gina. They ain't educating nobody. They saying the same thing over and over again. Every game they come with the same commentary. They ain't talking about nothing. You can. All right, Alicia. I see you. I see you in there. I see you in there. Hey, I'm gonna get you your wrench. When we get off of here, because I know you had one. But again, and again, if you're on other channels with those who were subscribed to my channel, let them know my new channel. I am Zoe Media. Tell them pull up. Hey, we cooking with fish grease tonight. But again, three things we learned today. This is the three things. Because again, I'm like a teacher. Halfway through. I'm gonna remind you so you can use these talking points. Three things we learned today. You can't use Michael Jordan's narrative if you can't use it for Angel Reese. That's one. Second thing is you can't switch the narrative that you started with to make your point. You've lost already. Well, if you got to switch your narrative to make your point, you lost. You can't switch your narrative. If your narrative, anybody who channel you, and again, let me say this. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. This about. Hey, write this down. Write this down. Stop going on people channels if you're not ready to kill the narratives. Don't comment. I know you want to. I get it. It's natural. It's human nature. You just want to say something because you don't like what they're saying. But at this point, it's become beyond basketball. Because again, what they're doing to Angel Reese is psychological abuse. It's going what they're doing to some of her teammates, same thing. What they're doing to some of these former NBA, WNBA players, it's 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 mental. Like a lot what they say has nothing to do with the game of basketball. Again, you ever in school and you and somebody are clowning in class and y'all clowning about maybe they flat footed or maybe they short and they start talking about your mama, that automatically means they're defeated and you won. when people start talking about, and again, we forget those things that we did in high school and we learned about in high school and we call people lame about in high school. We forget kind of those things when we get older, and I get it. We got so much going on. We got kids, college, work, life starts lifing, right? And we forget those things. But if you're going to be part of the people that want to keep the narrative the same, remember those kind of things. When they start talking about things that has nothing to do with the topic, they're already defeated, and you just let them live. They're already defeated. You let them live. So stop going on platforms if you're not ready to have the actual conversation, because now you're just adding fuel of something they can speak on, because you either they won't let you up, or when they let you up, you don't have nothing to say. And that's why I'm here to educate y'all, because I know what you can use and what you can say. Again, you can't say LeBron is not better than Michael Jordan because of winning, and do the polar opposite when having the Caitlyn Clark Angel Reese debate. And this is the thing. We always say, that this is what we always do. We always say that this is what we always do. We always say that Angel Reese isn't a winner. Why? See, this is what y'all need to do. That's why I say y'all go on platforms and y'all not prepared. Over here, you're gonna be prepared. You're gonna get this gospel, you're gonna get this knowledge, and you're gonna be prepared. Hey, I'm about to turn all y'all into gurus over time. Just stick around. All y'all gonna be gurus. Y'all gonna actually know how to have those conversations. Even at work, y'all gonna y'all gonna learn how to have those conversations. Again, Oh, I'm dropping links, B Will. I'm dropping links. I'm dropping links. Again, again. Over here, you're gonna learn something. So write this down, replay this stream, download all my streams. You'll never everybody that's watching right now, from the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all for always tuning in. I thank y'all for being in the comments. Some channels don't even thank y'all. I thank y'all. That let y'all know over here, when you pull up over here, you're loved. When you pull up over here, you're not just one of the numbers that I got the eyeball. So on my side, I got the eyeballs. I can see who are watching my live stream. You're not just one of those numbers. You're B Will, your Daily Dose, you're Miss Thomas, you know, you're Alicia, like you're Brooklyn, like you're one of them. I acknowledge. So over here, if you're a part of the I Am Zo Media family, it's all love. If you're part of the I Am Zo Media family, it's really that over here. And again, when people see that kind of stuff, they try to get rid of your channels. And it happens. I get it. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. But again, hey, that's why y'all gotta follow my socials. Again, my socials is in my channel. My links are in my channel, my TikTok, my Instagram, my X. That's why y'all gotta follow my socials. So when they be trying to ban my channels, y'all know what my new one is and stuff like that. Just for future reference, in case somebody try to block me again or try to hack my channel. Just future reference. That's why y'all gotta follow my socials. But again, look, T already know over here, we are family over here. Again, I don't allow disrespect over here. I allow opinions over here. Again, if you like Caitlyn Clark, you're still respected over here. I'll let you come on the platform, explain your point, because that you liking Caitlyn Clark and me liking Angel Reese doesn't mean you're wrong. We just have a difference of opinion. I want to actually hear why, because it kind of helps me kind of create all my soliloquies. So I actually like hearing why y'all be liking a certain player, because because I take those same narrative and I kind of like make them into what I be talking about. So I actually like I actually be liking when y'all come on here and y'all talk about why y'all like a player, because then I get to educate everybody else on the player they like and how to use those talking points on channels. But again, stop going on channels if you haven't been watching these streams, because you're doing yourself a disservice when you go on those channels, because now you're going to be talking in circles. No, Over here, we don't talk in circles. We stay educated and we get good information on talking points. We don't speak biasness. We speak realization and how we can use those realization of just simple debate tactics. Ag- Again, first rule of debate: let them out talk themselves. Never said I never taught y'all nothing. First rule of debate. That's when I watched because when I watched like the presidential debates, when I watch the presidential debates, I'd be like, no, don't interrupt them. No, they on the road. They about to hurt themselves. No, don't stop them. You don't need to cut in and try to prove your point. No. Cause see what happens is in debate sometimes when you're trying to prove a point, the people who are listening, they miss the narrative that others are trying to push. So no, you don't stop with that foolishness they talk. Don't cut them off. When I watch the presidential debate, that no, let them talk. Let them get all that out. No, don't cut them off. You don't need to prove a point when somebody's talking foolish in a debate. Again, patience is a virtue. So when y'all go on channels about the Angel Reese hate and all of this, you don't need to prove a point to them. Let them talk, then you combat it. Don't prove if you gotta prove the point, you've already lost. Word for the wise. If you gotta prove the point, you've already lost. You don't need to prove the point because everything you say is opinionated anyway. So you don't need to prove the point. You don't need to stress yourself out. Like, nah, you gonna buy into what I'm. No, you can't change someone's narrative. You can't change someone's thought process. Yeah, they don't be dropping them links. They don't drop those links because they don't want nobody to combat their narrative. See, you 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 don't need to prove their narrative wrong. You need to combat them, and how you combat them is by using things they said against them. Like the law system does. Guess what the law system does? Like district attorneys and stuff like that. How you think all these rappers be getting caught up? They'll go back and watch all their music videos, go gather their tweets, things like that. Go get conversations, phone taps, whatever, and then they use it later on. That's what you got to do. That's what I do. I'll let you talk yourself into a hole, to oblivion, because I know sooner or later you gonna say something unintelligent. Sooner or later, you let somebody talk long enough, they'll say something unintelligent. Again, you got to know when. If you ever see me on panels, I'll get my point across and I won't say another word for a minute. I'll just be quiet. I'll make facial expressions. I'll throw my hands up because I know they about to go somewhere that ain't got nothing to do with the topic. That's what I do. See, I'm patient. I don't. Anybody who see me even on show channel, I don't cut people off. Nothing. I'll get my point across. You don't gotta believe what I'm saying. You can even think it's crazy in the moment, but once you finish talking, I'll make mine make even more sense because now you've talked yourself into a hole. That's how you debate. So when you go on channels, that's how you debate. You don't need to get the first word or the last word. You need to get the right word. Remember that. That's that gospel. You don't need to get the first word or the last word. People be again throughout history, people be like last word wins or first. No, you need to get the right word because that's the one everybody remembers. When you think about this, and this is how I'm gonna prove my point. When you think about presidential debates, even the recent one we had, did you remember the first thing somebody said and the last thing they said? No, you remember something important they said in the middle of that debate. A lot of you can't tell me the first thing that was debated or the last thing, but you remember something that was important inside that debate. Again, it's not about who speaks first or who speaks last. It's who speaks the most important. And that's how you get them in debates. That's how you get them in debates. But will say a lot of times you don't even have to try with he must mean some of these folks. Yeah, again. Hey, look, hey, look, hey, look, again. That's why I told Brooklyn a while back. I literally said that in this stream. I talk not just from biasness or something I want to see, something I like. I try to include reality of my experience and like just try to be honest in the moment, right? So even when I talked about Teaspoon, everybody told me give her patience, grace, a chance. At no point did I say I wanted her to be fired. What I said was, what I said was verbatim, the way she's managing things isn't going to end well. She's giving some players too much leash. He isn't developing the rookies in the right way. And people hear develop, it is weird. People take develop into their own conclusions, and it's weird. Developing someone doesn't mean them scoring 20 points a game or getting 10 assists. No, that's talent. Developing someone means that I can take an individual and show them the game of basketball in a way they've never seen it. And I never that's one thing that was missing from her coaching style. And that's all I ever said. And people ganged up on me and they will tell you who was on the channel that streamed that day. I didn't back down because I knew it would rear its head. I knew it would become reality. I've done this. I've done this. I've had coaches like her. I've done this. I again, you can't tell me about my you can't tell me if I say something that I haven't been involved in, it's an opinion. But if I tell you something that I've been involved in, that's just like someone being a lawyer and telling me what a judge will say in court. I can't prove them wrong. I can't say they're wrong. They're telling me from an experience they've been in. Like it's weird. You tell me I'm wrong about an experience I've been in. Make that make sense. You can't tell me I'm wrong about it. I've had like 3 or 4 coaches in my lifetime, like Teaspoon. The players coach, the rah-rah, come from the basketball background. And guess what I did with Teaspoon? I knew because I've been coached by those players. So I watched things outside of that because I expect those things from Teaspoon. Those who haven't been in those experiences didn't expect those. I expected her to come in and make them play hard because it's her. Like I'm not gonna give you praise for something I expect. I'm gonna congratulate you. Congratulating someone and giving praise is 2 different things. Congratulating someone is saying, great job on making sure this is done. Praising someone is saying, this is why you're a great coach. This is why you should be coach of the year. This is why you should keep your job. I'm not going to praise you for something that I expect you to do. I'm going to praise you for the things out of the norm that no one's seen coming. That's what you get praised for in life. It's like being a lawyer. I'm not going to praise you for getting a client. You're a lawyer. Good job. I will praise you for winning the trial. You get where I'm going with that? You see how I be making those full circle little things? I be making it make sense. You see how I make it makes. I'm not going to praise you for getting a client. You're a lawyer. It's an expectation. Like it's the job description. Defend clients. Literally your job description. I will praise you for winning the case. You see where I'm going with that? With Teaspoon, I'm not going to praise you for being a player's coach. I expected that. What I was looking for is for her to help them grow. You've been in the WNBA. You've been around. You're a winner. You've been with great coaches and other great point guards, other great scorers. Angel Reese and Camilla should know the floor better. I Those who watch my breakdowns on my other channel know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the game of basketball that you see in front of you, the surface level of it. The great players, it goes deeper than that. I'll give you this. When you think about Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, people say they're great scorers, but they praise them for their work ethic and their footwork. You see where I'm going with this? They praise Kobe Bryant from knowing how to get to his spots on the court. You see where I'm going with this? They don't praise him for making the shot. They praise him for, man, you made the shot, but man, you know how to get to that elbow.
That's why I appreciate your channel, man. You always bring it from a real perspective, an experienced perspective.
Switch my I had to switch my audio. My air
Oh, you
mic
can't hear me?
went dead, I think.
You can
Give
hear
me
me?
a thumbs up if you can hear me. B Will, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, bet. What you got, B Will, on this, man? What you got on this, man? What you got on this, man?
No, no, man. I was just saying that's why I appreciate your channel, your perspective, because you always come with an experienced perspective. It ain't just on some fluff or just opinion. It's it's opinion based on experience. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. I always learn something from your breakdowns because I was a football player. I played a little bit of organized basketball, but I was a football player. So I appreciate having that experienced perspective on uh on the game, stuff that I don't necessarily see.
Right. That's why you already know this. Even when I go on channels, I'll never say you're wrong. I'll just be like, no, this is how I see it. Like, I don't have to say you're wrong to prove my point. Like, I'll just speak from experience and we'll see at the end who's right. Like, that's simply how debate really goes. Like, you don't remember the debate, you remember the results. Like, that's just simply how it goes. And Teaspoon, I watched everything she did. I really watched. I would go back and a lot of people didn't even realize, because a lot of people wouldn't follow me at the time, that I was doing breakdowns like that, right? So they didn't know how in depth I was in like involvement in like the games and stuff like that. So they always thought I was speaking from a biasness. So like, again, I watched how she coached. I said Angel Reese and Camilla will not develop this season. I said it, and they said, no, you're wrong. They're getting better. You're missing the point. I'm not saying they won't score more. I'm saying they won't become better basketball players. It's a difference. It's a difference. It's like Kobe Bryant. He can wake out the bed and score 25, but to score 35, he had to understand the floor. He had to understand where to get his shots. He understood. So go watch some of Kobe Bryant's old breakdowns of even himself. He literally said, I got better because I knew how people would guard me at certain parts of the floor. I didn't get better because I got experience. No, I got better because my knowledge of the game improved. I started realizing if I'm on the elbow, what's the only defense they can play on me? I started realizing if I'm driving baseline, how would they guard me driving baseline? That's how he got better. That's what I was talking about with Teaspoon. You just got Angel Reese and Camilla posting up. Run some back cuts. Have her pop elbow. Those kind of things. Help her learn the floor of how to get a better shot versus always trying to find somewhere to just get the ball. No, show her how to move without the ball in space. It doesn't have, and people used to always bring up shooters. It has nothing to do with the shooters. The shooters are only part of how they can win. And I always said I didn't expect them to win. I actually didn't expect them to make the playoffs. I just thought they would be a okay team, kind of middle of the pack. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs, but I expected them to come in, get a year on the teaspoon, learning the game because she played it. That was my expectation, and she did not exceed my expectations as a coach this year. I don't care about the players that was around her. I don't care about what she didn't have, what she did have. I don't care about injuries. I care about when players were on the court, were they understanding basketball better? That's what I cared about. Why do you
Yeah,
think
people.
Phil implemented the triangle offense for Michael Jordan? It's simple. He wanted Michael Jordan to understand the game better and how to utilize his team and still get his shot. And he said, hey, Tex Winners, what do you think about us implementing this? And Tex Winners said, let's do it. It's simple.
Yeah, people have way too high expectations Camilla and Angel, really, but for Camilla especially. I mean, if you knew what type of player Camilla was in college, it's a she's got a steep learning curve. She got a steep learning curve because of how limited her game was in college. She could bully ball most teams, but in the W, you got to have more of a bag, and she doesn't really have that. She doesn't have the footwork, the understanding of exactly when and how to seal, but she gonna get it. When she gets it, she gonna be dangerous.
Yep, that's why I said like you don't just let Camilla and Angel Reese play basketball because they're so raw. You teach them the game because they're talented enough to get their rebounds and be effective, but teach them the game because they're so raw. You don't just let them play basketball and get experience. No, Camilla was so raw coming out of South Carolina that she needed some tutelage on her game to advance it a little bit. And it wasn't advanced. Her layups are still rushed. She's still shooting that flat 1-footed layup and hook shot. Like her game didn't progress. It degressed a little bit because they weren't looking for her. At South Carolina, she ran that high pick and roll. She ran that elbow screen. Like she didn't run none of that. Like if you're going to let them play their game, implement some of the things they were great at in college. That's another thing I was always on her about. She didn't do that. Like her and her coaching, she needs a whole new coaching staff because they did not do a good job at helping ingratiate Angel Reese and Camilla into the WNBA offensively. Defense is part of like just talent. Offensively, that needs some tutelage, experience, and a little bit of side quest work every off season. And again, during the season, while games are going on, show them, teach them, let them go through the growing pains. You're going to lose anyway. Let them go through the growing pains. I didn't like when she used to take Camilla out when she would get in foul trouble. Let her learn how to play with fouls. Like, come on. Like, that's that stuff I be talking about, man.
Yeah, people was crying about Camilla, the guards not being able to get Camilla the ball down low. It's like, man, you can't give her the ball every time she called for it because she ain't always in a good position for her. You know what I mean? Like you give her the ball, but then what's she gonna do? She got two moves, and she out of the paint. She ain't in the paint. What's the point in giving it to her unless you expect her to pass? And teams weren't collapsing on her like that.
Facts. And again, that's why I like as a coach, I know that my players are struggling. That's what I mean. Like as a coach, who's ever running the offensive sets in practice is horrible at their job. I have enough film going into the Olympic break. How long they have for the Olympic break? Like 2-3 weeks? How long was that? Or a month? What it was?
It was like 2.5 weeks. Three
How
total.
much hours of film I can watch in 2.5 weeks? And again, that's their job to watch film. So it ain't like they're doing any other thing. That like, their job is to watch film and find ways for the team to improve throughout the season. You mean to tell me you had what 20 games, 22 games to try to figure out a way for your team to come back, get easier shots, run easier sets, and you came back and ran the same thing that you were struggling with. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The coaching staff, the athletic director, the training staff, everybody needs to either get better or be replaced for this team to go anywhere. Because at the end of the day, one thing I will say, a lot of things that goes on offense, defense isn't always on the head coach. They just decide, they give the final say so on what sets we gonna run, how we gonna do this. But you got defensive coaches, offensive coaches, they come in and they create sets and they give you a list of things that can make the team better. You implement them in practice and you be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't got the players for this. That's how that usually works. So I'm not gonna give all the blame to Teaspoon, but I am gonna say It's her responsibility to get on them to find new ways. And they didn't find no new way to make this team evolve throughout the season. I don't care about them, the only team starting two rookies. I don't care about the wins, the losses. I cared the whole season. I said that 10 games into the season. I cared about how Angel Reese and Camila Cardosa were developed. And they did not develop. Alicia said, Izzy said they gave suggestions on better ball movement, etc., and that Spoon finally implemented it once Angel was out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand. Like her whole point of like the season. Like has Teaspoon had her exit interview yet, or was she just in on the players one? I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if she had hers. I don't think she had hers yet because they usually wait until all the players go. But again, Teaspoon going into next year. Oh, she had her exit interview yet. I'm gonna have to go watch it. Crystal. I'm gonna have to go watch her exit interview because I want to know what her game plan was this season, like start to finish. Like, what was your game plan? Did it change a little bit? What were your tweaks? What were you expecting? Because the way she ran Camilla and Angel Reese doesn't make sense for a team that's trying to find out what they need going into next season. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch it, Alicia. I'm gonna have to go watch it because I really need to. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch what she said, and I'm gonna go back and look at film and break it down and see if it added up. Because sometimes they be lying. I'm gonna go back and see if it added up. Crystal said it's on Chicago State of Mind YouTube. Alicia said only ones we haven't seen are Angel, Diamond, Michaela, and Turner. I'm interested. So the two that I'm interested to see is Angels and Michaela's because I'm interested to see how because Michaela is one of the younger players. She's one of the new players on the team that had meaningful minutes. So I'm interested to see what Michaela has to say because she'll probably give us a more fresher perspective than some of the veterans. So I'm interested to see what she has to say about the season and how things played out. Because the veterans, they definitely came off as entitled. Like like they felt like whatever they did last season earned they just everything this year should just fell into their lap. No, every season is his own journey. You have to keep earning that. That's how you stay in the league. Because there's someone coming in this rookie class that could literally take your spot if you're not continuing to earn those things. So you keep earning those things. You don't just play good and you can just be average for the rest of your career and think you're just gonna get the same kind of fairway, the same kind of fanfare, the same kind of play style. No, you got to continue to evolve because the game evolves every year. It changes. You get new sets of players. Sometimes your role changes. You got to continue to grow. And I think that was a lot of their mistake. They just felt like we vets, a lot of these young players that come into the team, we're entitled. It should be ours. Like, nah, that's not how basketball actually works. Crystal said Michaela has snippets. Michaela has snippets out on YouTube co-signing Dana and Izzy on her exit review. Oh man, so Michaela wasn't with so Crystal, Michaela wasn't with Angel Reese and Camilla either. She wasn't on board with the whole thing. That's messed up. That's messed up. I always thought Michaela was solid. I always thought she was solid because she fought for that role. Like she was coming off the bench, wasn't getting no play time until Mabry kind of went out. Like she really like scratched and clawed to get into that starting lineup. So I'm actually shocked by her. Interesting.
I didn't see Michaela's. I liked Izzy's. Dana's was a little bit up and down. It was a
Yeah,
little. You couldn't really like. I don't know. But Izzy's was pretty good. I think Izzy's was honest. It was I think it was honest. I think she was realistic and well. Let me say this. Izzy's was believable, right? It wasn't any shade.
Yeah.
It wasn't all negative. I think she was positive, and for the most part, I think she was positive about the overall experience of the season and her overall assessment of Spoon. But she did have some criticisms.
And again, it's okay as a player. It's okay to have like criticism. It's okay to feel a certain type of way. But what Dana did in her exit interview, dragging Izzy into her mindset, saying like she didn't say, "Hey Izzy, what do you think about that?" She literally said, "Izzy can contest to this." Like that means that she's telling everyone, even her teammates, that aren't on the same page as them, that her, Izzy, and whoever else had personal group chats where they talked about these things and agreed. That she literally said that to the public, which is a bad look on the locker room, the culture, the continuity of the team, the overall outlook on the season. It's a bad look if that's the way she presented it, to just throw somebody else into her conversation that she was having, even though Izzy's there too. But it's your part of the exit interview. You're about to be a free agent. How about you just talk about the type of season you had, things you want to get better at, and what's your expectations this summer? Talk about that. That's usually how exit interviews go. It's not to start throwing people under the bus. You use your personal accounts, and you use these troll accounts, and speak to your agent. That's usually how that goes. You don't talk about that in your exit interview.
Well,
What team wants to be part of that? What you got, big
well,
bro?
man, Tiffany Hayes is balling. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so Dana, she walked a little bit of that back in her individual exit interview when Izzy and Dana was on the mic at the same time. I think that was just the post game interview after their last game, but they in their actual individual exit interviews,
Yeah.
Dana walked a little bit of that back. She was a little bit more positive, and she actually, the thing that stood out to me is like she had that to say um, right after the game, but then in her exit interview, she talked about how positive the experience was, and some of the. She actually made the statement that besides her rookie year, she never felt closer to a team. They never did. She never did as much with her teammates as she did this year, and that they, she talked about how they grew and how they stayed together as a team. So that was kind of, yeah, I didn't know how to take that because of all the issues with what her agent was saying, because nobody knows how much Dana had to do with what the statements that her agent was putting out. So like when she said all that, I was like, well, shoot, man, what it's hard to know what's actually real
Yeah.
because you from what she said in the exit interview, it would seem like you would want to stay in a situation like that. But maybe it's always more to it than meets the eye, I guess. But it was just
I,
interesting.
I always believe people first reactions versus something they got to think about. Her first reaction was how she approached the interview with Izzy. Now you're able to go home, talk with your agent, talk with PR. She probably had a conversation with the organization. She probably had a side conversation with Izzy, because I'm pretty sure, because Izzy got emotional. So I don't think Izzy was on board with how that conversation went, that press went, because she got all emotional. So I don't think she was fully on board. Now you're able to really rethink everything and try to like recant a lot of stuff or spin the narrative a little bit. So like, yeah, I mean, it's just a bad look when you start bringing people into a negative conversation and that they shouldn't have been part of. Because again, Izzy's a free agent too,
So when you start doing that, you're not only just messing with your career. When you start becoming, and I need people to understand that when you start becoming like a locker room nuisance or not a team player, that's a career altering thing. That's not like a player that's like injury prone and teams are probably going to take a chance on you when you're bad for the locker room. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that around them when you're telling the media locker room stuff. Like that's cold. Like you don't tell the media locker room stuff. Like that's cold. And teams hold stuff like that in high regard. And when you're a free agent coming off a bad season like that, you limit all of that. You come out good spirit, high morale, whatever, and you just go on about your business. Because at the end of the day, you gotta you're working for your next contract and you're a free agent. So she should have been more responsible and professional in that interview. Like I just didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. Crystal said, I think she was solid. She just let Dana get to her, just like Izzy did. Yeah, and again, Crystal, I don't think Izzy. I want Izzy to come back. I don't mind Izzy coming back on a good salary, same type of role, a year removed from injury. I wouldn't mind Izzy coming back. I just want her to fix her pick and roll defense and stop shot chucking. Like take better, smarter shots. Like stop shot chucking because you don't know when you're going to get your next minutes. That was kind of her kind of like her negatives this season that I kind of picked up on.
Yeah, man. Izzy, like, if you think about it, honestly, uh, Angel and Camilla and Izzy and E Will, that's a good rotation. That's a
Yeah,
good rotation of bigs. You know what I mean? Izzy is a good player. I think a year removed from her injury, you know what I mean? Like one season down after her injury and back to feeling 100%. I think that's a different Izzy. And I think, she even spoke about being, just looking forward to being able to play without her knee brace. And so I think that'll help her too. So I think that 4 is pretty solid.
yeah, yeah. Because
Now,
again, she fits like the way Izzy plays. She fits with Angel Reese or Camilla on the court because she's kind of like a stretch big.
yep. And I hope they do. Like, I really do hope they bring Michaela back because her energy, man, on both sides of the floor, man. Even that's you can deal with a lot, and this, Prince. You can deal with a lot from a player that gives 100% and makes like effort mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you got a player that makes mistakes, but it's all effort and it's all good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll take that. And she was clutch. She was clutch a lot. Kept us in a lot of games.
Yeah, yeah. I like her. I like her as a I like her as a good backup big. Then she'll be a year removed from her injury. Hopefully this off season. And again, she'll have footage this off season if she comes back to see how she can better play with Izzy. I mean with Camilla and Angel Reese versus last year. She didn't. There were rookies coming in. Camilla was hurt. She was still banged up a little bit, getting minutes sparingly. Angel Reese was still learning. So I think they'll have footage this off season. And again, I wish them three would get in the film room together versus individually. Because if them three can get on the same page, it changes everything else. It changes
Tiff
the way that they.
Hayes is balling out, Prince. If you ain't watching the game, Tiff Hayes is
Hold on.
balling
Yeah,
out.
hey, those who still in here, we about to live stream the Aces game. Hold on, let me pull it up. We about to do play by play. We about to do play by play, man. Let me get this going. Uh, hold on, I gotta move the screen.
Look, Ace is showing why they the defending champs 2 times. They come.
Hold on.
Look, it was a tough game. It's been a back and forth game the whole game, but they just trying to pull away in the fourth. Chelsea Gray is back to herself, baby. Chelsea Gray is back to herself. The point guard is back, dude. The point guard is back.
Let me see, man. Let me see, man.
Chelsea Gray is back. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. People who got down on Caitlyn Clark for having a bad shooting night. Listen, man, it happens. Kelsey Plum is shooting no better than Caitlyn Clark shot tonight from the three. Kelsey Plum can't buy a bucket.
Yep. Yep. And that's why I said again, even with me, and B Will, you probably heard it a couple of times. As a point guard, I like Caitlyn Clark's game, but you can't take her game and try to use it against Angel Reese. That's the point I be really trying to get across. Like, but when she has a bad game, the shooting percentage don't matter. She's just a rookie, but you don't use the same conversation with Angel Reese.
100%.
She was the number one pick. That'd be my point that a lot of people be missing. I like Caitlyn Clark's game. You'll never hear me say like a bad thing about Caitlyn Clark's game. All night long, I never say a bad thing. It's really the conception
yes, you
of
do.
she was the number one pick and she gets excuses versus Angel Reese. Everything is just negative, no excuses. Be better.
Yes, you do, Prince. You say bad stuff about Caitlyn Clark's game all the time, man, because you have a little bit of sense and you discuss the weaknesses in her game and areas where she can improve. But the delusional fans out there, they can't take that. That's hating.
You can't even critique people no more. Everything is just hate.
Yep.
Everything
is
just hate. Everything is just hate. And again, I got no problem with people that say Angel Reese. Notice all night long, I never said don't say Angel Reese has a bad shooting percentage. I never brought up her missed layups. It's facts. She needs to get better at her mid range. She needs to make her layups. It's basketball. The goal is to put the ball in the hoop and win. She needs to get better at her layup package. She needs to, and honestly, it starts with her elevation on her shot. She doesn't elevate enough on her layups. That's why they're always contested. And if you watch a lot of her shots, they end up just hitting the backboard and coming back off, or they end up under the rim because she doesn't get elevation on her shot and she isn't extending enough. And I think she just needs the right person to kind of get that to her. And again, that's a fact. So I'm not going to ever go on somebody's platform and say, nah, you hate on Angel Reese bringing that up. It's a fact. That's why I don't be understanding. Like, they want to be biased and have this eye test, but don't want to live in reality.
The difference is, Prince, you can say, yeah, Angel's layup package is bad. She needs to get better or putting the ball in the hole. But you actually will bring in what she needs to do differently. You know what I'm saying? Not just crapping on her. Because, like, for me, you 100%. She don't get elevation and her angles is off. Because, like, most bigs, you're trained. I ain't a big dude, but Charles Barkley was my favorite player growing up. So I always wanted to play in the paint. And like when you play in the paint, one of the first things that you coach, if you have a actual coach, is get the ball high, keep the ball high. Angel's first move was always to bring the ball down below her waist. And so now she got a much longer journey to the rim. And so it's like a lot of her shots are coming from her hip when it should be coming from above her shoulder.
Yep. Again, Kim Mulkey, she doesn't develop players. She milks your talent. Like she won't develop you. She'll milk your talent. Like Brittany Griner, her offensive game actually got better when she got to the WNBA. Because she was more of a big body and a defensive player in college. Her offensive game started to show when she got to the Mercury, and people was like, "Wow, where did that come from?" She always had it in her, but Kim Mulkey isn't that type of. she's not going to develop those things. That's not what she does. She recruits talent and she gets the best out of the talent you have. And again, that's not nothing wrong with that. Some coaches are just like that. And she won with that. She won the championship with that twice. So ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't expect that from her. So I'm not gonna blame her for it.
See, again, that's insight, that's the insight that, I hope your followers, subscribers appreciate.
Yeah, hey, what they do, man. Hopefully they do. And look, when people try to take your channel, that let you know you're on the right path, man.
Look, I ain't know, man, Prince, I ain't know what happened. I was like, man, where Prince go? I'm supposed to get my wrench.
Yeah, man. Look, they try to get me out of here, man. They try to get me out of here, man.
Look, I was wondering. I was like, man, I love the breakdowns. I wonder if YouTube is took him down because he playing too much footage. I don't know. I ain't know what happened. What happened?
Nah, it wasn't my footage because my footage was always like I didn't play the entire games. You can like show like highlight clips. You just can't play entire games, and I never had the sound on, so like they won't flag you for like just kind of like doing that. You get flagged when like you're playing entire games that are live streaming games instead of the scoreboard. Like that stuff they flag you for. Yeah, somebody and YouTube wrote me and everything like trying to figure out like what was going on and all of that and like give them 30 days, 30 to 60 days. They was like by November 14th we'll have a resolution. I was like, you know what? I ain't never even write them back. Aces are gonna win. Aces are gonna win. I told people Aces are gonna win.
Yeah, Aces came out. Aces came out and showed why they the reigning champs. And the point guard is back. The point guard is back.
Don't play with Asia. Don't play with Asia.
Hey, Asia had a slow start. She had 4 points in the first half, then came out in the third quarter and dropped 15. So,
man, I told people. What's down, Bob Jones? He said next season the Sky winning all. Reese will be MVP, Music Player of the Year. Free agents are already lining up to play for the Sky and a chance to play with Reese. Best college player in 50 years. That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
I hear you.
I don't know about all that.
I hear you. Hey, that's your opinion and you sticking to it. So I can't blame you for it. That's your opinion. You sticking to it. I got different of opinions, but I ain't gonna say you're wrong. Bob Jones, you better be subscribed too. Don't be coming up here just commenting. You better have liked the video. Those who ain't here, like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Take a second to like the video. If you got your phone down, listen in the background, just pick it up right quick, like the video and put it back down. It's gonna take 10 seconds. Just like the video and put it back down. It's gonna take 10 seconds. Hey, but the Aces, man, I told people the Aces, when you were winning championships, the Bulls, that happened to the Bulls one year. I think it was the 94. No, the 90, I think it was the 92. Not the 94, because Jordan went there in 94. I think it was the 92 champion. Like when you're winning, like you get bored a little bit. And I think that was the Aces problem. Like they was banged up. They were bored. Like I told people when the playoffs start, you're gonna see the real Aces. You're gonna see the real Aces when the playoffs start. And nobody wanted to listen to me. They was like not even inconsistent. When the playoffs start, you're gonna see the real Aces.
Yep, they came out tonight. I mean, it was a little bit sketchy in the beginning, but like I said, Chelsea Gray came back. The point guard that we know and love, she was back today. She was back today for real for the first time, and because oh man, after the first half, I know all the Caitlyn Clark delusional, I shouldn't say the Caitlyn Clark man. all the Caitlyn for MVP fans, oh, they was gonna be out. If Asia hadn't turned it up in the third quarter, oh, they were gonna be out in droves tonight on the internet, boy. They were gonna be out in droves. But nope, Asia showed why she the MVP. But because here's the thing, she wasn't shooting the ball well. She wasn't putting the ball well, putting the ball in the hole well the first half. But she was still solid on defense, doing other things, giving energy. But shoot,
Yeah.
conversely, Caitlin Clark, man, it's crazy. Like I watched that game.
They had her on defense.
Yeah. Well, that's why she can get steals. That people, the delusional fans that don't understand the game would talk about her steals. Like, no, man, she's getting steals because everybody else is playing defense and making the ball move. And so by the time she gets in the lane to get a steal, like it's already a cross court pass. So everybody else has done their job, and then it drives the ball, to the weak side, which is where she is. You know what I mean? So, but if you don't pay attention to basketball, you don't necessarily get all the little nuances. But yeah, man, Caitlin Clark, like for me, like I said, you probably heard me say this before, Prince. I've been a Caitlin Clark fan since before she played a day in Iowa. I was a Caitlin Clark fan. I was one of those people that said, you know what? Everybody talking about Paige, but this Caitlin Clark, I think she might end up being a better player than Paige. I love Paige swag, but I think Caitlin Clark might end up being better. This was me, like before they even played a college game. So for me, it's almost hurtful that I'm in the situation that I'm in because of all these delusional fans that talk about everything that she is, but don't realize what she has to improve on. Which, for me, I'm looking forward to her making those improvements. Can you imagine when Caitlin Clark gets a mid-range game? How you gonna stop her then? You know what I'm saying? So that's for me is like the upside. But man, what's disappointing is seeing her hide in clutch time. What's disappointing is seeing how, you know, she is affected by the game. Like I was watching the whole game, and as uh, uh, Connecticut went on a run and started to open it up and pull away, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hall, still all locked in. Caitlin Clark, a ghost of herself. You know what I'm saying? She's a shell of herself. I'm like, man, you can't call yourself a leader. Not saying that she calls herself a leader, but you can't be a leader of a team and like when the going gets tough, you don't show up. You're there. You ain't there to keep that same energy. Whereas you can see the other players, they still locked in.
Right. But yeah, man, Aces ended up getting that dub. I'm a live stream the next one. I already had stuff on the agenda that people have kind of been asking for because I was gonna live stream it if I would have been able to get my Angel Reese stream earlier today, but I was on somebody else's channel doing a power review. And again, over here I do power reviews. I'm about to start doing uh other reviews like movie reviews and stuff because I had another channel that I was going to be doing those on, but I was like, well, since I'm starting a new channel, I might as well just combine them and get all my fans under one umbrella. So I'll be doing like live stream reviews on like a Power Universe. I do those like Power Book 2 Ghosts going on right now. Those who are watching, so tune in for those as well, man. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. Gotta get up, gotta go make that bread in the morning. I appreciate y'all. I'll moving forward, I'll try to get a live stream in Monday through Friday, and try to get those thumbnails up for y'all early so y'all already know y'all can plan y'all days out, stuff like that. And y'all ain't gotta be just kind of listening. Y'all can be always tuned in and be able to like hop on the chat. I do want to make sure all my subscribers, I do like to think about them too, get them a heads up so they can kind of like be able to be like, okay, Zoe going live tomorrow at 2. I know I gotta be home at 2 o'clock if I want to get on, versus just seeing me on and figuring out if they want to get on or not. So I do want to be better with my subscribers, giving them a chance to pull up as well. So I'll try to get my thumbnails out there a little better, a little earlier for all of y'all. Again, I appreciate the support. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe before we get out of here. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes, man. Go ahead on and subscribe while I'm gonna keep the live stream going for 2 more minutes. Give y'all a chance to like the video before y'all head out. Shout out Red. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I just gotta figure out what I'm streaming, what's that looking like. I ain't interested in live streaming none of the games tomorrow. None of those, the NFL games, none of those are interesting to me to take my time to live stream. So I'll figure out what I want to live stream tomorrow. Honestly, I do want to get a chance to break down the Chicago season top to bottom. So I'll see what that looks like. I might do that tomorrow because I've been taking down notes. I just haven't compiled them all and added them together. But that might be my stream tomorrow. Those who are still watching, I might break down the Chicago Sky season tomorrow, or I might wait till Tuesday after Angel Reese's exit interview. That way, because I want to always make sure my thoughts are on point with how the whole team views it. So it'll either be tomorrow, or I'll probably wait till Tuesday after Angel Reese's exit interview. All right, Daily Dose. You see, you got your wrench out. You see, you got your wrench out, Daily Dose. Alicia, you should have your wrench too. And B Will, you should have yours too. You should have
Appreciate
yours.
You,
yeah, you should have yours. Alicia should have hers, and Daily Dose, you should have yours. Again, man. After the stream, during the stream, make sure y'all always drop y'all channels in the chat so people know. I'm big on, if they're a subscriber of mine, we're family. They should be subscribing to your channel too. So make sure y'all always drop y'all channels in the chat so everybody who's watching, they know the content y'all have going on and stuff like that. So again, we family over here. Like Daily Dose said, we all cousins, right? Like, we gotta look out for each other, especially when we're trying to do great things. We're trying to get our words out there to people. When we together, it's better than being apart. So again, make sure y'all always drop your chats, man. But yeah, I'll try to get my thumbnail up probably first thing in the morning before I get up and go into my first meeting. I'll probably try to get my thumbnail up and go from there as far as what I want to talk about tomorrow. I'll probably do a precursor. I'll probably do a precursor on teaspoon. I don't know. I'll probably do a teaspoon tomorrow, and my overall thoughts on teaspoons. Do a great breakdown on things she should have did in games, stuff like that tomorrow. I'll see. I just got a new idea, and Tuesday I'll do a full breakdown of the Chicago Sky season after Angel Reese's. I got to see what time her exit interview is, and I'll schedule mine's I'll try to schedule it literally after. So I got to figure out what time it is and figure out how long they last. I'm gonna do some research, figure out how long they usually last, and I'll try to get mine's soon as she finishes. So actually, I might go live during. That's what I'm gonna do. So Tuesday, I'm going live during her presser. So whenever her presser is, that's when I'm going to go live, so I can talk about it in real time and we can have a conversation right after it on getting everybody's final thoughts. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the other exit interviews tomorrow in the morning too, Alicia, so I can do my actual breakdown of teaspoon. I want to get all their final thoughts because I want to make sure I'm seeing things right. Again, I like to come with the facts so nobody can fact check me. Appreciate it, B Will. You always, hey, you've been solid, man. You've been solid from my other channel, man. So I got you, my dude. Yeah, again, make sure y'all drop y'all channels in the chats. Those who have channels that drop content, make sure y'all drop those in the chats. Again, man, I appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Some of y'all stay solid all night. Again, we family over here. Let's continue to grow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share my info on y'all platforms as well. Again, the more subscribers I get, the more chances y'all got to build y'all channels up, and the more information we get out there to the world. So that's what it's really about, helping all of y'all build y'all channels up and just getting the information out there to the world. So tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your cousin, tell your uncle, tell your aunt, tell your kids, sub, tell your co-workers, sub to I Am Zoe Media. Again, it was a pleasure. Y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll try to get the thumbnail up early. Again, go subscribe to my other platforms. I Am Zoe on Instagram. It's just I Am Zoe on Instagram. I Am Zoe Media on X, and I Am Zoe Media on TikTok. Make sure y'all go pull up over there too. Again, let's continue to grow the family. Let's continue to get these subscribers up. Let's continue to bless the world with this knowledge. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. Be well. All right.